comments Michael Oxley made before the game last week that he called you kind of the glue of this offense and the heart and soul. When you hear something like that from a competing coach that that's so complimentary of you, what's your reaction to that?
I mean, it just means a lot. Sometimes you got to question if he's just trying to get your hopes up and really, what's the meaning behind it. But, to be able to hear that from another coach really says a lot. But I just got to keep playing my brand of ball regardless at the end of the day. So.
How much pride do you take in helping out the run game?
I think a lot. I mean, like you said, this offense, it's the run, to be able to get the run game started, it's huge. And then I feel like Shanny in this offense, he knows this. If you block, he'll find a way to get you the ball to reward you.
Last year, you guys created quite a stir with this such a hot start. You guys have the same thing going this year. How do you handle that social media and all that outside noise?
I mean, just gotta keep doing what IU do. I mean, keep playing our brand of ball. Sig, you can hear Sig say that it's an important game because it's the next game. So we're just gonna really stick to that and just learn from our mistakes from the last game. And just keep working.
Is it easier to show up every day? A little added excitement with that top 25 ranking now?
Yeah, but we can't get lost in that. I mean, there was my sophomore year, we got ranked and we went and played Georgia Southern, and just like that, we lost the ranking. So we can't get caught up on that stuff and just keep playing our brand of ball.
Are the JMU players that came over from last year, are they kind of the leaders in relaying that message to the rest of the team?
I feel like the whole team already knows. People that came from other transfers too, and the people that are already here before us, they know the situation we're in, and that this is something huge for IU, but we can't let it get our head too big, and just really got to focus on what's coming.
Through the first 5 weeks, is there a throw that Curtis has made that has kind of stood out to you that you said, wow?
I mean, there's a lot of throws you can go. There's a lot of throws that's impressive, but one personally to me was this last game. I mean, it looks like people say it might be a bad ball, but if you go back and look at it, there's a guy on the inside of me, and he threw me out, and be able to let me just catch it and get to the 1 yard line. So a ball like that, I mean, it's a really spot on ball to catch.
How's Curtis been after the 2 interceptions thrown last week? How's he been in practice these last 2 days?
I mean, you couldn't tell if he threw 2 interceptions or 5 touchdowns, I mean, he's been really poised, really calm, and talking with Tino, just trying to figure out his mistakes and learn from him.
I want to say that you've known Elijah for about 18 months now. Just what makes him who he is, in your opinion?
He's just a hard worker, really hard worker. He's constantly after practice working, and he always brings the energy to practice. I noticed that since JMU, so it's really nice to have him on your team than rather go and get some. That's all I know. It's really nice to have him.
You were an all-region linebacker in high school, right?
Yeah.
Was playing linebacker at this level ever something you thought about, or?
I did get offers to play DN. Actually, I believe I got offered to JMU to either pick to play DN or tight end. So, but I mean, some days I do wish I played defense. Don't tell them that, but I'm glad I picked offense and really got to fit right with the offense.
Was that a conversation that you had with the staff, or how'd you guys kind of settle on that?
All I know is when Coach King called me, he was like, do you want to play offense or defense? So I don't know what that means, because I always think about, what if I would have said defense? What would have gone on from there? But I told him offense. He was like, okay, great. He just got me the offer and then went from there.
Kind of going back to the run blocking, I would assume you have some working under like the offensive line group and Coach Bostad as a whole. What do you think about his process helps that entire group and you as well?
He coaches everybody the same. He's hard on everybody, and he's kind of a old time football guy, really physical. Bring the fight to them. So that's what I like to hear. It's fun learning from him with all the experience he has.
When you say it's on the horizon, season kind of gets flying once it gets going. What strategies do you have to kind of slow down those moments and take it all in?
I mean, just try to stay in the moment. Don't think about what's coming ahead or what's coming by. Like in the past, is one thing I think about is just always trying to stay in the moment, be present, and really enjoy what you're given. Because that means people get the opportunity that we're all having. So it's fun to really think about the situation you're in.
News broke today about Donovan McCulley entering the transfer portal. Just want to ask you, when something like that happens in season, do the coaches mention it like at the start of the day, or is it like a guy just doesn't show up at practice and it gets spread amongst the team? Like how does that kind of get introduced to players finding out kind of in mid-season?
You just find out. The coach doesn't bring it up, but I mean, he's not with us right now, so don't know what much more to say.
Culture-wise, though, I mean, very little drama through 5 games. I mean, what's kind of been kind of the secret to that? You know, guys spreading the you know, being selfless and things like that. What do you think has been the key to kind of developing that culture?
You never know where names can be called. That's one thing that the coaches really preach. So everybody's gonna have an opportunity to play. I mean, you just gotta really focus on what's coming up.
Kind of talked about the pride you take from run blocking. Is it just fun in general? Do you enjoy doing it?
Yeah, I would say it's fun. It's it's more of a mindset thing than anything, but it's really fun to see you spring a block for a touchdown. Sometimes it might be it feels better sometimes than catching a football, I would say.
What aspect of the offense do you think has improved the most from week 1 out of week 6?
I would just say I feel like our wide receivers really paying attention to details. That's one thing I noticed, and I would say most of the offense being able to pay attention to detail and really learning from our mistakes. But it's really hard to pick just one thing.
How much do you try to glean from? Because like again, like you all play week 5, but you kind of have week 1, 2, 3, 4 all in there as well. How do you maybe glean one game and then try to kind of have that like broad context as well within it?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, just the process of trying to maybe evaluate of one game within a broader context of the other 4 that you already played.
Just going back and watching film and just seeing, like we do with every other game, seeing where we went wrong. Obviously, going in before Maryland, we had 0 turnovers, so it's watching film on that and seeing how we answered was something that we learned a lot watching film, stuff like that.
They talked to you at all about They talked to you at all about this game being a temporary stadium, kind of on the lake. You know, maybe expecting more wind, or have the coaching staff mentioned that at all?
Just a little bit. I mean, we know it sits, I forgot how many said it sits, but it's a temporary stadium and it's right by the lake. So obviously you're going to have wind. That's going to be a little bit of a factor. But, I mean, they're playing in it also. It's not just us. Both teams will be in the same environment. So it doesn't mean much to us.
Does having a game, you may have had inclement weather last week, under your belt just help, you know, get experienced guys reps with haven't played through the rain like that before?
Yeah, it's going to help me be able to know we can play a game in rain. I mean, it's going to help a lot, I would say.
Okay.